First thing, wake up out a dream, grab a lighter, something like a steamer, bong ripper, make sure it's cleaner, smoke session, nigga, what you mean, in my car, cruising down the street, so stoned, I'ma need something to eat, no tray, ashes on my seat, hide up, Taylor's on my feet, cloud nine, going through my mind, take a toker, hold it till you choke, moving forward, cruising on my border, still got more, burning to a shorter, and I be flowing, I get so high, fuck around and never come down, I get so high, I get so high, and I be flowing, I get so high, fuck around and never come down, I get so high. That nigga use a grinder for that weed, and tell him roll another joint, don't fall asleep, smoke piece, pipe like a cheaper, heard you got a cheaper price for that reefer, what you need, never find a seat, take a dab, straight THC, for the highest in the room, look at me, somewhere in the clouds, that's where we wanna be, got you shook, not just for the look, half the day, wrote the whole book, drive slower, blow it by the O, eyes lower, everybody know it, and I be flowing, I get so high, fuck around and never come down, I get so high, I get so high, and I be flowing, I get so high, fuck around and never come down, I get so high. Until the morning, we rollin', 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 high up and we're floating, don't know where we're going, night until the morning, we rollin', 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 going up, never gave a fuck, pulling out the 62 and showing up, 26, guess that mean I'm growing up, pouring up, all my niggas rolling up, making sure that I get so high, fuck around and never come down, I get so high, I get so high, and I be flowing, I get so high, fuck around and never come down, I get so high, I get so high, and I be flowing, and we're floating. Don't know where we going, night until the morning, we rollin', 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 high up and we're floating, don't know where we're going, night until the morning, we rollin', rollin', rollin'.
Good morning, everybody. It is April the 13th, 6 a.m. Central Time. Hope everybody is having their coffee and getting ready to enjoy their day. Thank you for everybody that's on the panel in the early morning. And for those that are possibly following me on YouTube as well, I do have a YouTube. It is live streaming right now as well. You can find me on JoJo's True Pills. And let's get started. So for yesterday, of course, I was running the stream live for the UFC, and I let it run last night, but I guess they cut it out because I was running the live stream. So hope everybody enjoyed those fights last night. And we kind of left off. We picked up a few things. We found out a few coins that, or one coin in particular, that is a good project, and it goes by SEI, SEI, which apparently performs a lot faster than XRP. I know it's early, but it is. And nobody talks about it because it's not getting a lot of publicity. It's not being promoted, right? It's not in the news. However, that doesn't change the fact that it's faster, okay, and it can outperform XRP. Another one that we're going to start with is there's another individual, another influencer that is, saying crazy things that just because XRP is going to hit $12.50 and overtake Ethereum on the spot for number 2. And that's fine. It can take that spot. But it doesn't matter. Ethereum is not going to go anywhere. What a lot of these influencers fail to mention is the fact that, Ethereum is having an upgrade. But nobody talks about that. They're having the Petra upgrade, right, with Chainlink. So for those that think just because it might take up the spot, it doesn't mean that it's the one that you want to go with just because it's number 2. At the end of the day, people want to make money, right? And overall, Ethereum is going to go to a new all-time high. It should be minimum of 8,500, or it can go up to 10,000. But this is a reality. It's not going to go anywhere. And for those that are saying that XRP is going to the moon, be my guest. I don't care, but that's not going to change the fact that it's not going to go anywhere. And so for those who are hoping for the worst, well, sorry to disappoint you. It's just not going to happen. Now that we got that out of the way, now there's another coin that was actually making good numbers overnight or for the last 7 days, and we're going to take a look at it, see which one it is. So the coin that's performing well is Ergo. It's at number 3. Okay. I'm going to show you guys what it is so you guys can see. Okay. So if you go to CoinMarketCap, it says Ergo's number 3. It went up 35%. Okay, for the day. That's huge performance. Okay, we're gonna click on it and see what it is, because I've never heard of it. Maybe you guys have. And so we're gonna start off here. Let's go to the right, or to the left. Okay, so their market cap is 128 million. Okay, in the last 24 hours, they had a volume of 87%. So 381 million, which is a lot of money. So it's definitely pumping, and you can see. For the 1 day, for the daily chart, you can see how it's moving. And if I select the 7 days, it looks even better. Okay. Right. So that's that. And then if I go for the monthly, you can see that it's also even higher. And so you can see that it's also even higher. Right here. It just blew up out of nowhere for the month. So it's performing pretty high. Is there a possibility that it's going to have a pullback? Sure, somewhere around 17 cents, 15 cents, right? Pick up those fair value gaps there. Not saying that it has to, but I don't see that not happening. So it's a possibility. So now back to here. So they're they're almost about just 8,000 holders, right? With a supply of 500 million and 477 million are circulating supply. They're just circulating. So for some odd reason, it just performed, and it's still going high. I don't know what it is, but maybe I shouldn't have gone to that one. Let's look at the white paper instead before I even go to the website. It says the blockchain fuel for autonomous business, Ergo. Okay. So now I'm going to read the abstract for everybody. So the abstract says that the blockchain is a form of technology that introduces for the first time a cryptographic secure digital database of transactions that does not possesses the points of failure and security issues of traditional databases. Its unique characteristics provide the potential for blockchain based products and services to disrupt many businesses models in many industries. For example, financial services, manufacturing, distribution, insurance, healthcare, government, and Internet of Things. Blockchain technology typically aims to provide three major characteristics that are important for business. Okay, so overall, it collects a lot of data, very similar to what Chainlink does, right? But overall, there's not that much. They're not that different. Okay. Security and transparency and trust. Okay. Well, they need proof of a proven track record, which they probably don't have, right? Not saying they can't build up, but they probably don't have that, and so that's not something that they just have. That they haven't, really accumulated. So I don't know how long they've been around, but if they have, I guess they need to do a better job. Overall, the coin is performing well, but they need to do a better job. Okay, so this is Ergo is being built. Or maybe I went too far low. Hold on. There you go. Ergo is being built for developers, for businesses, and IT suppliers that enable them. So basically, Ergo's platform seeks to enable enterprises and developers to easily design, build, deploy their own blockchain applications within the cloud. The platform aims to offer the possibility for creators to tailor their blockchain and applications to their needs by giving them the choice to run across either a public or a private network, taking into account the differing characteristics private and public blockchain implementations present. The choice between the two aims to give enterprises and developers the flexibility they desire when designing a purpose-specific applications. Hosting everything across a secure cloud-hosted, distributed network, Ergo also aims to alleviate businesses from significant overheads through the elimination of needing established physical infrastructure themselves to run the blockchain protocols and applications. Okay. Ergo's core technology is based on CoinStack from Block Incorporations, Blocko, a leading blockchain technology and enterprise IT integration services company with operations in the UK, South Korea, Hong Kong. CoinStack-based blockchain systems have already been deployed 25 million users in over 20 production systems. Blocko is now preparing and developing some of the core key technologies for Ergo. It proposes to provide comprehensive IT integration and support services for clients who wish to deploy and maintain new products and businesses service based on Ergo. Proposed new technologies include a super fast and efficient blockchain protocol, a new powerful SQL smart contract engine, advanced IT integrations APIs, and easy to use developer tools. These are intended to be supported by decentralized app orchestration and deployment framework to allow developers and businesses to install, manage, and use these applications. Okay, so it's very similar to what Chainlink does. It's nothing different. Of course, it's that this is. I'm guessing that this is being used in a few other countries like the UK, South Korea, and Hong Kong, right? So it's not the end all be all coins, right? But however, here in America, if you want to run your own coin, right, you're gonna have to go through Chainlink, and Chainlink, of course, is, like I said earlier, is going to help Ethereum with their gas fees. Their gas fees are going to be so minimal that the people who think that, the XRPs who think that it's just going to disappear, well, you got a rude awakening. It's not going anywhere. So overall, this is Ergo is very similar to Chainlink. It collects a lot of information. It cuts the middleman from people from doing physical work. It's no different. None. So now we can go to the website and see what it is. I'm going to reject all this information here. Reject all. It says approval notice for future of Ergo. Approved. Okay. So they're just trying to be. So they're basically working on it is API 21. They're accelerating development of the layer 2 expansion and focusing key milestones delivery. Okay, further updates regarding the integration process will be shared in due course. Okay, so they're just looking to, keep it developing and advancing like every other company. Okay. Now that's been said. Blockchain for everyone. Yes, every coin says this. They do the exact same thing. There's nothing different. So when we go to build, right, you can run a node, mint an ARC1 token. They have their wallet and developer documents. Okay. Tools. Okay, so they do very similar to what all these other companies are doing. They you can run your own node. NFTs, right? Smart contracts and stuff like that. There's nothing different, really. There really isn't much going on for this here. Okay, I want to see the developers. Okay, never mind. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it either. So the one thing is that I can't find about this company is the developers here. Yeah, you can't find information about the developers, who they are. Right, it's probably something, again, that another one that's built and we don't know who the owners are, but it's performing well. Okay, it says if you look at the coin market cap. This is where it kind of goes a little bit misleading. I may be wrong. People in the chat can answer that for me. But it says right here that there's only like almost 8,000 holders, right? But yet it's at 120 million market cap. So I don't know if that if that's really legitimate, but it is moving. It might be one of those, you know, I got you. The individual. Okay, there's nothing there. I want to see the NFTs. What do they have for NFTs? I think NFTs are going to be a big comeback for this. Coming soon. Okay, so there's really nothing going on, but somehow this coin is pumping. It says NFT for creators, but you don't have anything available, so I don't know. It's great that it's making money, but you don't have anything that's working. I don't know, man. So yeah, that's basically what's going on with that. Now we're gonna take a look at the MetalX webpage to see what the loan percentages are. See what the loan market's doing. What's how much are they offering for the borrowing and lending? Okay, so we're gonna explore the markets. So anybody that doesn't have the XPR coin, right? You can lend or borrow some of the coins that are available that this platform offers, right, on the metalx.com and the lending and borrowing section. And so now we're going to look at the explore the markets, see what the interests are. Okay. So this right here, it shows that the, oh wow, look at that. Bitcoin is moving up on lending, and it's also, I think it's gone down on the borrowing side. Okay. USDC is still steady around there, about 20 or in the 20s or 15 area, so that's pretty good. What else? We still have, okay, so Dogecoin is still doing well when it comes to the borrowing, and then of course you can always relend that, you know. Ethereum, wow, it's literally almost they're offering 9% to borrow Ethereum, and to lend it you earn up to 3%, almost 4%, you know. And so that's pretty good though. So if you're not utilizing your coins, if you're an XRP holder and you have a lot of money in there, right, and your wallets or wherever, right, you can always use your XRPs as collateral and borrow Ethereum, borrow Doge, and, you know, throw it in the lending, so that way you can make some so that way you can earn some of those loan protocols, and then you can swap it out for what you want: USDC, Bitcoin, Doge, what else, Ethereum, anything that's available, Metal DAO, Metal Blockchain, right? Or you can farm. You can farm your loan protocol. So we're gonna go through this real quick for those of you who are new and never seen this. All right, we're gonna go to the farming for yields, and it shows on here. Once you accumulate those loan protocol rewards for lending and borrowing, you can farm, right, your loan protocol and earn, I believe, more loan protocol rewards by using your XPR coins. You earn up to 14% APR, which is pretty good. It's pretty high, right? But of course, you would have to go in the liquidity pools to make sure you change that. So let's see what it is. Okay. And so that's that. Let's see how we're doing on the trading side. I want to see how it's performing. Okay, so this is the XPR network at hold on, down here. There we go. Okay, so there it is. This is the 1 hour chart. It looks like it's running sideways. It's not, it's not running. It's not. Yeah, it looks like it's running sideways at the 1 hour chart. 4 hour chart. It looks like it's still on an uptrend, but it also looks like it's running sideways. Right. If I go to the daily, okay, still looks like it's on an uptrend. All right, it might pull back down a little bit. We still have room to come back down all the way to 002, right? 5102, somewhere around that area. If you want to have another entry, right? You want to come in and make some money, or it may just keep going up. I have no idea. Okay. Now, for those that, like I was saying earlier, to all of the XRP delusionals out there, I hate to break it to you, but Ethereum is not going anywhere. It might make $12. It might have a higher market cap, but it needs to have even higher market cap to get to where it needs to be at least $100, let alone $1,000. Forget it. So it can take up the number 2 spot, but it's not going to change the fact that Ethereum is going to make numbers. It's going to make a lot of numbers, and people are going to be surprised. Okay, so I'm sorry, what was that question again, Devenzo? Did you see the XRP reading? If you pass by, or was just you gone? I don't understand that question. I think you're gonna have to rephrase that. And oh no, I didn't. I saw that you just went live, but I just I saw a glance, and then I just kept on just looking at my phone, and then after that I just went live. And so what I am gonna do, and the reason I'm talking about this, Devenzo, is because there's that one famous chick on TikTok, and it's probably famous on other lives, right? Where, what's her name? Wendy O, right? And she was talking about that XRP will hit $12.50 and overtake Ethereum. Fine by me. I don't care about the if it takes number 2. The point is that she doesn't realize that, or she realizes, but really is not telling the XRP army that Ethereum is having an upgrade with Chainlink, right? And it should be going live in May 7th, right? And it's gonna eat a lot of those gas fees. So she's building more hype, selling more nonsense, which is fine if it takes the spot. If it makes 1250, 1250 is not a bad place to be at if you see a nice pump. But still, to sit here and say that it's probably, maybe she is paid by Ripple. I don't know. And so, overall, I just think that people need to stop. They gotta stop drinking that Kool-Aid. They need to get off that fucking, they gotta get off that fucking Noah's Ark boat, because, again, there's, Yeah, you're right. Host design. Yeah, you'll see. Maybe you will, or maybe you'll see it by next year or in 2 years, actually. But yeah, that's what that is. You know, so I'm not saying it's not gonna make those numbers, but it just may not happen overnight. Or maybe it can, but it really has to. It really has to have some serious adoption, right? And I just don't see that. But what I am saying on the headline right here, what you see XPR to $5. Now that may be a possibility. You know, most likely I would say 20 cents for a really great new all-time high. But if it gets past $1, 2, or 3, anything of that nation,